Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's. With McValue, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McValue can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of last menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Walk-off home run. Here's a shot to the right side. This is shaping up to be a strike right side too. Welcome inside of the Brown Athletic Center and into our coverage of college basketball. As we are underway between the Reinhardt Eagles and Royals of Johnson. Pitched back outside. Wants to drive, she'll fire, and the 3-ball goes from downtown Atlanta, Georgia. It's 3-0. Deadlocked early as this is taken away. Up the floor as Reinhardt puts too much sauce on it. The putback won't go either as they're still fighting this one. Pitched back outside and McCutcheons fires the long ball, but the sophomore can't get it to go. Sort of an unusual sight. She's been really good this season. McCutcheons this year from three-point land, 33%. Ball's loose and knocked out by the Royals of Johnson. Set inside the entry feed to Van Dyke on the mid post. Drives all the way down inside and puts it home with a little kiss off the glass. Dribbles back out front of the straightaway. She wants to fire from the wing, fed to the corner. Tollett dished it across, and the shot by Bolduc won't go. Running the floor with pace all the way down off the window and can't drop it home as it's taken down by the Royals. Johnson, free, wide open feed is put back off the baseline and off the mark. Jaden Cooper. It's a track meet as Chloe Van Dyke, the freshman, looks to respond. Knifing her way through is Isaiah. McCutcheons all the way down inside as the Royals will now run to the other end of the floor. 3-ball from the wing is short. Dished across and now to the straightaway. Cooper from just beyond the block. This goes automatic for Shamaya Francis. And we're stopped. Just under 6 minutes still to play. In this first quarter. Tied 4-all, second tie of the game already. It's been quite the back and forth affair, and I'm not surprised to see that, and I think we'll continue to see that, as this has historically been a really good matchup between these two teams. Johnson, Reinhardt collided in the Appalachian Athletic Conference final last year. Driving down the block and just off the mark from down low. Pinballed outside and regathered. 2 passes to the corner and the 3-ball's a bit strong. Boykin thought she had it. Now a chance to feed it through to the back door, and it goes off of the glass. It's 6-4 Johnson. Really nice play to finish on the backside. Johnson keeps it going. Royals try it again, and this time it's short. And immediate timeout on the floor for these two teams. So as they take a break, we're going to take a break as well. And when we return, we'll have more college basketball live from the Brown Athletics Center in Waleska, Georgia. Back live from North Georgia, the three ball goes just wide for the Reinhardt Eagles as we welcome you inside of the Brown Athletics Center. Glad you're along for the ride. What a barn burner this is already shaping up to be between these two teams. We've got the longest tenured referee in the Appalachian Athletic Conference on the floor today. A great crew. Danny Moore, the chief official, he's standing down under the basket. Terry Tubbs, U1, she's in the center of your screen, and on the very left, just cut off, is David Gillum, the second umpire and the longest tenured in the history of the AAC. This rattles and won't drop. Put back, fought up and into the twine. Put up two. 7-6, Reinhardt with 4:20 to play in the first. On the way and foul. Well played by Johnson to draw that. That's exactly what you want to see out of the Royals. First goes at the line. Bolduc has been good at the stripe this year. We're back underway. 7-all. Royals and Eagles are tied, 7 apiece. Bolduc gets the rebound. Good defensive play. Back to the corner, just enough space, and it rattles out. Bolduc will keep it working. Put back won't go. This does go. Head to the other end, Reinhardt. Runs the floor with pace. And this goes. Reinhardt leads 11-7. 4 unanswered. Firing from the top of the block. She knocks it down. You can tell they're on the road. No applause as Gibson Boykin drains a beautiful three. She's not 30% from range this year. Pitched across all the way to the corner, and off the window this goes. 13-9 as Reinhardt continues to be perfect on the attacking end of the floor. Johnson down the block. She's blocked. Tried to go down low. Lena Van Dyke, the sophomore forward, goes up and greets her under the basket. Fights her way through, and the shot is a bit strong. And to the other end, Reinhardt. Chloe Van Dyke gave it off. McCutcheons feeds it over. Audrey. All the way inside and finished by Mackenzie Franklin, the senior. Franklin has started in 18 of the 19 outings this season for Reinhardt University, and that's why she's a weapon down inside. Royals. Good dish, Jaden Cooper. She'll take her time with it. Heavily defended by Chloe Van Dyke. She gets rid of the ball. But cut inside on McCutcheons as she blows a tire and falls to the hardwood. 15-9, a 6-point advantage for Reinhardt's Eagles. Pitch to the corner, 3-ball, takes a big high bounce and won't go. And Dubs, there's a cover off on the floor. Good eyes by Dubs spotting that. She'll secure it and we'll play on. Down low, this goes in response. Reinhardt keeps it rolling. They're looking great. .30 seconds left in this first period. Clock starting to grow small on these two. 17-9 as Reinhardt pulls it down with an 8-point advantage. And the ball is off. Everybody says they have possession. It's going with the Royals with 11 seconds left in the first period. Time winding, pitched on Reinhardt, 5 seconds, fires the short J, flicked outside, still alive as she fires it off the side of the backboard. She nearly turned that into something, but at the end of that wild back and forth sequence, it is the end of our first period of play on the Southeast Sports Network, and it's a really exciting first period of play. Reinhardt going to take a pretty big lead into our second period of action over the Royals of Johnson.
teams in action, we've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Back in North Georgia from the campus of Reinhardt University in Waleska, where we've entered the second period of play. Gabriel Schrei, Southeast Sports Network. Reinhardt leading the Royals 17-9. On the entry feed this goes. Just like that, 17-11. Really nice play down inside. On the way from the wing, just a bit strong for McCutcheons as that pinball's out on her. Audrey to Franklin. McKenzie bangs her way to the window and can't get it. McCutcheons, a little flick off of the glass. 19-11. Ball's loose, scrambling for it. McCutcheons pitches this down to the front court, taken through by Grant, who is going to hit the brakes and slow this offensive attack. Not for long. Oh, baby. Somebody get a bottle of water. She's on fire. My goodness, smoking out the gym as she drains the three ball to make it 22-11. Back in North Georgia, 22-11. McCutcheons hit a lights out three right before the break. Regathered Royals, she loses it. Franklin. Ball skeeters off over the baseline. Looks like we've got some members of the men's team making their way through the gym. They'll be playing next. Two of my favorite coaches in all of college basketball leading these teams on the side of the floor. Hold that thought. Here we go. Reinhardt Eagles pitched across. She's got it just on the wing. Working it out to the straightaway and driving. Looking both ways. Wants to make sure she gets off the best shot she can. Three ball rattles off. Taken down by the Royals. Oh, intercepted. Just barely taken away by Londacia Smith. And the three ball rims out. McCutcheons feeling it with that hot hand, just couldn't get it this time. Down the floor, Reinhardt, another steal. Unstoppable. McCutcheons has help on the back door and finishes it off of the window. The Eagles are red hot and cooking with gasoline in Waleska. 24-11. Johnson's Royals have been plagued by injury all season long. They just cannot stay healthy. And that's the case again tonight. On the road against one of the best teams in college basketball throughout the Southeast. This is a legendary program for a reason. You know, they knew they had their hands full when they came to the Brown Athletics Center. Knifes her way through into the back door. Van Dyke. Oh, baby. They got to find a way to slow them down. They're unstoppable. Went all the way over the top with it. Driving, ball's loose, somehow regathered by Johnson. She'll hit the J, it's in time, but short. Franklin, intercepted, 3 points, missed. Trying again, and she's fouled. And the Reinhardt bench letting him have it. It's gonna happen. You're gonna make mistakes. It's a long season. 26-11. 6 and change left in this first half. I started to talk about these two coaches. These are two of the best, two of my favorite coaches in all of college basketball in the Southeast. Tony Campbell has been at the helm of Reinhardt for who knows how long. He's alum of the university, played collegiately for the Eagles, does an excellent job with his roster. His biggest challenge recently has been losing players to other major schools. He's lost players to large programs throughout the Southeast, Division I programs, and that's the same problem that the Johnson Royals have had. Ton of respect. Brian Lahan, a good friend of mine. I've known both of these guys for a very long time. They are leadership first. They're growing young women, young athletes into leaders. Secondary is winning, but they do that pretty well also. Driving through and a big collision down inside as we get the call. Headed the other way. Flip back outside. Reinhardt, Audrey. Look for a moment to play lock. Instead, it's to the straightaway. Good floating feed. Now to the corner. Play lock. Across to Van Dyke. Tries to finish down inside as she goes up and lets go of the ball. Lahan can't believe it, and now the pass is behind the back of an intended target. Jaden Cooper. That's the right decision there. You've just got to connect. On the way from the wing, just off the mark, nearly knocked that down. Chance to get it done on the other end of the floor now. Reinhardt fighting down inside. And finally buried. Headed the other way. Royals. Fires, and this is off the mark. She'll shoot 2 at the line. Roped across to the wing. .20 on the shot clock now. Down low, short, tried to throw it up. Royals after it on the defensive end of the floor as it's wrestled away and sent to the straightaway. She'll hold on to it. Wanted to pull that trigger initially. 8 on the shot clock. Audrey rims out. A lot of the right decisions being made, just can't finish it. Tollett. Good feed to the wing. Backside, this goes. Megan Blitter. And a timeout on the floor in Molesca, Georgia, between the Eagles of Reinhardt and the Royals of Johnson. Big advantage for Reinhardt. 7-point lead as we're closing in on the half. Back in Waleska. Just under 3 minutes to play in this first half. Ball's a bit weak. Royals, good opportunity, is poked away by McCutcheons. Somehow got it back in the backdoor feed. Pays off as she finds Boykin to finish this play. Really, really nice heads-up movements by Olivia Bulldog in traffic to find her way through and get that done. That's what you want to see out of a leader on the floor. Just finding ways to get things done. 2.5 to play in this first half at a 5-point game. Reinhardt has lost a massive advantage as Van Dyke is fouled down on the baseline. First rims out. Two and a half still to play in this first half. Long feed across, now back to the wing. Pitch through and regather. Somehow fed down to mid-range, and as the shot clock goes, Franklin pulls it down. zone dead with 94 seconds to play still in this first half. The 5 on the floor are Olivia Boldock, Megan Billeter, Gibson Boykin, Emery Tillett, and Reese Fritz. For Reinhardt, it's Isaiah McCutcheons, Amariah Grant, Audrey Ukubla, Chloe Van Dyke, and Mackenzie Franklin. This goes. Both teams shooting around 35%. Reinhardt right on that mark, 12 of 34. Johnson at 32%, 8 of 25 so far. Boykin's got 8, 4 for both Megan and Shemaya Francis for the Royals. Lena Van Dyke's got 9, 7 for McCutcheons, and 5 for Chloe Van Dyke. Franklin's got 4 points as well. Fed through 29-21, an 8-point game, and almost able to extend that lead. Gathered on the baseline and running the floor is Tillett. Harassed by Audrey and pitched to the corner. Trying to make something happen. Just didn't like what she was seeing, so Boykin sent it back out front. Bolduc lets off the 3, and with 45 seconds left in the half, it's pulled down by Reinhardt. Van Dyke dished it across to McCutcheons. Baseline feed, Van Dyke back outside, all the way to the wing, and she's fouled as she hits the 3. Oh my stars! An unbelievable shot. I can't believe she got it to go. McCutcheons was hit after taking the shot. Or rather, Amariah Grant, excuse me, got a little excited there. That happens. Grant is the one that took the shot and was disrupted. Not super surprised to see her hit the 3. She shot 35% from long range this season. For the moment, it's an 11-point advantage with 27 seconds left of this first half. Bolduc is the one who fouled her. Grant gets all 4, which is just insane. 33-21. The old-fashioned 4-point play. Sometimes you got to keep that in the back pocket. You know, I asked Tony Campbell before the game if we should watch for any pressure, and he said his girls like to play the press without being asked to. They just do it. Haven't seen too much of that. As this goes, knocked down by Shemaya Francis. On the other end, Reinhardt running out of time for one more shot. Van Dyke, 3 seconds, 2, gets it off. Still alive, off the window, and it won't go. And so that will take us to the break on SESN between these two teams. Reinhardt, a commanding 33-23 lead over the Johnson Royals on the Southeast Sports Network after 2 quarters of play. Looking really good, and they're going to look to find a way to get back into this. A lot of whiteboard time to work with. Brian Lahan is as good as it gets at making adjustments, so I'm sure he's going to have something for Tony Campbell to keep his hands full in quarters 3 and 4. We will find out what that is together. Halftime analysis, some quick thoughts, and more coming up when we return on SESN.
It's time.
Pasta and for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Pasta dinner.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
I'm Bijan Robinson, running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Mental health makes me a better person and athlete just because whenever my mind is clear, I perform so much better. So mental health for me is the priority because it controls everything in your body and it gives you the chance to be the best physically you can be.
My dad was a farmer, and when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Okay, so before we come over, can I ask a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog, but she's little.
Do you have any unlocked guns around the house?
We do have a gun, but it's stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, of course. So does Friday work?
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll bring pizza.
Our Orlando story is packed with outdoor activities and our love for nature. We knew Orlando was a great city, but couldn't imagine it had so much nature around it. Coming here makes you aware of your surroundings. All you need is a bike, so you can enjoy every part of this beautiful city while being outdoors. This is our Orlando story. What's yours?
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. Because since that revolution they said we'd lose, we just couldn't choose to stop being American. We put Hemi V8s back on the strip and packed 8 layers in a 7-layer dip. We're body slams and blue suede shoes, rock and roll, jazz and blues. Rockin' mullets and Rat Pack suits, even our grandmas have tattoos. We're NASCAR, rock stars, rodeo, monster trucks, and power boats. Welcome to our epic show. Keep winning on Sunday, move horsepower Monday, shake the earth and carve terrain, rock the anthem like Kenny Wayne. So get out there, take your swings, burn rubber after the American dream. Rev your engines and let freedom ring. And never, ever, ever stop being American. Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app, and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
All right, boys. Remember who we are and who we represent. It's not about a place, it's about a people. Yeah! Now we hit the field like woo, woo, woo.
All day like woo,
All night like woo, woo.
New job like
Damn.
We the boys like woo. Our time like woo.
all fast like woo. We favorite.
Okay, Mom.
You all right, baby?
Honolulu like woo.
Chattanooga like woo.
Downtown like woo.
West Side like woo.
Japan like woo. Brazil like woo. All day like, all night like, all day like, all night like, all day, all night, all day, all night, all day, all night, all day, all night, all day.
Hey, what is going on here?
I go where Saquon goes. Get out of here.
Mental health plays a big role in the game of basketball. The preparation it takes just leading up to a game. Mentally, you have to be totally focused, totally engaged, and away from all other distractions. Because any other distractions can get you off kilter. It's very important for our team to prioritize mental health. If you have issues or problems, go speak to someone about it. Open up. Don't shy away. Mental health is the key.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero. Steal the show. Or even start a new club. You can meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
There is a moment in your life when you decide to truly live. To take that trip you've always wanted. I see now what I've been looking for. A feeling of belonging. A belonging to nature. This is a place where people and nature live in harmony. This is my Alaska story. What will yours be?
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Pasta and chocolate dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Pasta dinner.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Much in the air.
So much in the air.
I've been trying to, cause I'm scared. Using witches. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the air. Boy, can you help me? Boy, can you help me? Boy, can you help me? Is it time yet?
It's time.
Pasta and chocolate dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
I'm Bijan Robinson, running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Mental health makes me a better person and athlete just because whenever my mind is clear, I perform so much better. So mental health for me is the priority because it controls everything in your body and it gives you the chance to be the best physically you can be.
My dad was a farmer, and when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Okay, so before we come over, can I ask a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog, but she's little.
Do you have any unlocked guns around the house?
We do have a gun, but it's stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, of course. So does Friday work?
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll bring pizza.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com. All of the ways to watch your favorite local and regional sports. Join us now on Twitch TV. You can also find NSBN on Amazon Fire TV or visit us live on YouTube as we stream games there as well. Another fan favorite way to watch is nsbnsports.com. You can also find us through our NSBN app, free to download from the Google Play Store, and Roku TV, where you can find all of our content. NSBN Sports, visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Look at the numbers side by side comparing these two programs. 14 wins to the Eagles. They have come up with 9 straight. Been a really good duel so far in this one as well. Welcome back and into our second half. Gabriel Trice, Southeast Sports Network, as the second half is underway. Lorenzo Robinson here with me, and there's an immediate bucket for the Eagles of Reinhardt. Johnson looking to respond quickly. Good play down inside as we get the whistle, and she traveled.
And that's what really makes this Reinhardt ball club so difficult to go up against. They're so stout defensively, one of the best in the conference when it comes to opponent's field goal percentage, opponent's points per game. They put great pressure on the ball, and they have rim protectors to boot on the back end.
Tries to drive, fed through, backdoor to Franklin, and it's just short. Ropes down the floor to Cooper. Reinhardt has been casual, but still played the press in this game, and it's worked for him. They've created a lot of havoc. Has space to pull the trigger and bury the three. She hits that from Tennessee.
And to your point, it might appear casual because it may not be the type of consistent ball pressure we're accustomed to seeing with Reinhardt, but that's because you have to respect Johnson's ability to be able to shoot the ball from range.
And you saw it on display a moment ago as Franklin down inside the whistle. Tony Campbell can't believe it. Look at that expression.
Yeah, and those are always so difficult on officials. The block charge, those can be turning points in games. Unfortunately for Reinhardt, it goes against them there.
And she'll just take that free lane down inside as she draws the whistle for her Johnson Royals.
Now, Reinhardt, definitely one of the best teams in the conference. They are in that top 3 hierarchy, but if there was some sort of a drawback or some sort of blemish on what they've done so far in conference play this year, it would be that offensively they can be prone to some droughts at times. They can appear a bit disjointed. They can get stagnant offensively. Now, if you're Johnson, you have to take advantage of that and try to get yourself back into this ball game whenever their offense is in a rut.
Reinhardt and Johnson are two of the most iconic college basketball programs you'll see, whether it's any level or league. I mean, I would say one of the most iconic sets of programs in the country, not just in the Southeast, but definitely in the Southeast, as Franklin finishes a nice play down inside.
Yeah, and it was good to see her get one there after that controversial call that went against Reinhardt. She was able to make up for it on that possession.
Whipped across to Cooper. She'll fire. Jaden couldn't knock it down. On the way, mid-range, big, high bounce, and it goes to the Royals. Second chance falls for Shemaya Francis.
But you were absolutely correct on that point. Two of the more storied programs within the Appalachian Athletic Conference. 2 teams and 2 staffs who are accustomed to seeing success deep into February and March.
We're headed the other way as the Royals pull it down. You know, I'm a big fan of the app. Just total class, top to bottom of the league in every sport. She's driving and has space to the backside, and it's a bit strong as it's pulled down by the Eagles and Franklin. But you will not find a better collection of universities, colleges, coaches, athletes, leaders in sports than the Appalachian Athletic Conference, and Jay Stansel and Bill Popp helm the whole thing and do such an excellent job. You've just finished. You just wrapped up your degree. You did an MA at Reinhardt, correct?
Yeah, so I try to be as discreet as possible on the broadcast. But.
I know. But I think you have a really unique perspective because you've come to the tournaments with me and covered the tournaments. First of all, what a crazy opportunity. How often do students get to broadcast while they're in school?
Not often.
And then B, you've done conference tournaments and you know so many people from around the league already, and you're going to learn and meet more. What has that been like?
Definitely a humbling experience because, as you said, it's not something that a lot of students get a chance to experience. It's really what makes the AAC so great is you have that family-type atmosphere from the top down. And when you have the commissioner of the conference come out and shake hands with the various teams and coaches, and you have the SIDs all coming together and breaking bread, and everybody just sort of still being competitive, but also keeping in mind that everyone is just trying to progress. Everyone is trying to do their best in order to move further in their respective fields. It just has a great feeling, and that's just what the AAC has always been about.
Whipped onto the floor. Megan way back on the front court on the Reinhardt University block logo. Rotating, trying to manufacture some space and enough for the lane there. One back out to the wing. That rotation works so often, and it just won't work against this stingy Reinhardt defense. Shoveled it up and couldn't get it.
Stingy indeed, very capable of switching 1 through 5. You cannot find a good matchup if you're a ball handler.
She buries it from the parking lot for the Eagles of Reinhardt.
And Grant has been on an absolute tear from downtown over these past few games. She had 23 a few days ago here in this gym.
McCutcheons has been red hot. To extend the 11-point advantage to 14, it's short. Van Dyke, McCutcheons has room to pull the trigger and gets the job done. It's 43-29.
And Grant was pulling up from deep, and McCutcheons saying, hey, let me get in on some of that action. This isn't the typical Reinhardt basketball team that we've seen when they have one offensive player really running the show, 1 or 2 players that you can key in on. This is more of an equal opportunity group. So many different players capable of making things happen.
This rustles the twine as Johnson gets a pair back. They needed that. You got to keep pace with Reinhardt, and you got to stay calm. She has a lane and tries to take advantage as Johnson does get the defensive rebound.
And you're right. This is the danger zone here. If Johnson can't try to cut into this deficit, Reinhardt can really take advantage.
And so these two programs are going to take a moment to get together. We'll keep it here, though. I want to talk about the plus-minus these two teams. I showed it when we came out of the halftime break, but a quick look again at the stats that have driven the season of these two programs. So look at that. Johnson is scoring more points per game than the Eagles, but they're allowing more points than they're scoring by almost 3 full points. And Reinhardt is outscoring opponents by over a dozen per game.
Yeah, their bread is definitely buttered on the defensive side. Again, guards who can put pressure on the basketball, rim protection on the back end. One of the more formidable defensive units in the entire country, not just the AAC.
A super special program. And looking to keep it rolling down the stretch in this second half. It's been a really good performance for them so far. Oh, look at the city they had to cross, the only major metro area between these two. We're almost to Atlanta. That's Chattanooga. Johnson had to drive down from Knoxville, through Chattanooga, through the interchange, and all the way down over the mountains into Waleska, Georgia, to reach Brown Athletic Center to battle the Eagles. And tonight they're hoping to find a way to steal a win from Reinhardt. Can they do it? Well, we're about to find out. A lot of time left to play. So far, it has been all Reinhardt Eagles. They look really good. And flicks it home from the baseline. Beautiful finish by Bulldog.
Beautiful finish, but that shot was not easy. I know any coach in today's day and age of basketball, you want to limit those mid-range shots. Luckily for Johnson, it goes in for him this time.
Trying to drive her way in the lane. Franklin does and can't quite get it to go. Good feed. What a pass. She hits the E-brake, but can't get it off the glass as she is fouled, and that'll send Megan to the line, who's been good at the stripe this year. She's hit about 65% of her chances at the charity stripe.
Yeah, but how about that hit-ahead pass on the secondary break? How often do we see guards either try to slow things down or pull up for an ill-advised jumper? Terrific decision there leading to free throws.
That was a super, super nice job. pulling that together. Good feed. And the patience was great down inside. She waited, let the Eagles overrun her, and finished it off. Reinhardt, some serious upgrades. Jonathan Burton recently took over the helm and title of AD and has wasted no time changing things up on campus. It's wild. I mean, they've got all these new video boards. They've got videos of you and I screaming on them all. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm like, turn that off. I don't like that at all.
Yes. A weird thing hearing your voice on the loudspeaker.
I've not heard that one at a lot of schools, so. You know, they don't do that in soccer, or they don't really play hype videos at any of the D1 schools I work with. They do, but they all have music, no play-by-play. Atlanta United has hype videos of the play-by-play, but it's Mike Connie from the radio.
I think they're not giving you your credit, man.
That's Mike Connie.
They're shortchanging you a little bit.
That's Mike Connie, man. I would play Mike Connie, too, if I could get his voice on my stuff. I just want Mike Connie to talk about me doing regular stuff around the house.
He'd be like Mike Tirico doing your play-by-play.
Man, I'm going to get in trouble for this. Maybe better.
Oh, wow.
They're going to come get me for that one. Good feed down inside. Beautiful finish on the baseline for the Royals.
You won't be getting much work for NBC.
No, I don't think they'll like that one, no. Mike Tirico is going to come get me.
Mackenzie Franklin has been very aggressive on the offensive end in this game. So strong, very hard to keep from around the rim.
And Johnson just keeps hanging around, keeping it within 10. They're not allowing a double-digit lead to balloon.
And credit to them trying to take advantage in this, another moment of this Reinhardt offense, sort of slowing down. It seemed like they were in a good rhythm. Now in a bit of a rut. Is this where Johnson really makes their run to get back into the ballgame?
Right near the end of our first half, Johnson was shooting 32%. Right now they're shooting 40. They're looking much better as this is poked away, headed down the floor with one to beat. She's fouled down low.
And the aggression from Reinhardt's guards is not just on the defensive end, but also on the offensive side. Their guards very good at taking the contact, trying to finish through, not shying away from it. That's the best way to draw fouls. Just try to take it up strong through the chest of the defender.
It's surprising to me that Reinhardt doesn't have a bigger lead. They've out-rebounded Johnson by 10, and they've forced 11 turnovers. They've only committed 2.
Now, I had a basketball coach way, way back in time during my prime playing basketball that said that whenever you're out-rebounding a team, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to be up by a lot, or eventually you're going to be up by a lot. So rebounding is generally a good omen.
Rims out. Covered Division I teams that had less rebounds in a game on average this season than what Reinhardt has still in the third period. They're at 35 after that last one.
That also means you force a lot of misses on the defensive end.
What a steal. 3 down the floor. 1 to beat as she tries it off the window and it rolls over the front of the iron. That was a great play, just couldn't finish it as we're blown dead at the center court stripe.
A great play, but Gibson Boykin maybe showing a little bit of a freshman tendency there. I gave Londacia Smith a lot of credit for trying to finish through the contact. Boykin sort of shying away, pulling away from the defender. You're not going to draw many fouls like that. Yeah, there may have been contact on the shot, but you have to really try to go up strong in order to force that contact to occur.
Reinhardt across to Van Dyke. The entry pass to her sister, Chloe. Out to the straightaway. Reinhardt's Eagles. She hits the spin move and then passes it away from Emery. Isaiah now defended by Emery. Wants the straightaway again. Bolduc, she loses her on Van Dyke and tries this. The hook shot won't go. Van Dyke fighting for her life as we get a jump ball right after the buzzer.
Now, it was a good play by Shamaya Francis, but maybe would have been even better if she let it go instead of having the jump ball. Hindsight's 2020.
Emery gets us started, running the floor. Almost taken away. Wide open in the corner. She bangs the three ball for the Johnson Royals.
And earlier you spoke to a more conservative approach that Reinhardt was taking defensively. Well, we see them now trying to turn up the ball pressure, being aggressive in the passing lanes. But when it doesn't go your way, you allow Johnson to get wide open looks from range.
Ball knocked off the side.
And that's absolutely a shot that Grant can hit. She's hit those type of shots on numerous occasions, especially during this recent hot streak. But you would just love to see Reinhardt work to get a better look there, especially with the way that their offense is bogged down in these last few possessions.
Just ran that and couldn't knock it down. 6-point game, 36 seconds left in the third. Reinhardt Eagles. Down low, Lena Van Dyke, she's got 9, pitches it outside. McCutcheons buries the three ball. She leads all scorers with 13 points. And we get the whistle with a quarter of a minute to play in our third period. What a bomb.
And a run silencing three there. The ultimate chill pill for any offense, especially a struggling one. Isaiah McCutcheon's coming up big.
Headed to the line, Emery. Audrey, the one that fouled her. Just her first of the game. Second goes. Brings us back within just a couple of points, 49-42 in North Georgia.
And typically when these two teams do battle, the games are pretty back and forth, really evenly matched. Johnson, of course, has dealt with some issues throughout this year. Not the type of year that they're accustomed to having, but they always seem to play their best ball against the Eagles.
Reinhardt, shot clock off, 5 seconds, 4, 3. McCutcheons, 1, gets it from the elbow and is disrupted as that sends us to our final quarter in a close one. Reinhardt and Johnson going to go down to the wire. Any brief thoughts before the break?
Johnson has given themselves a chance. Reinhardt trying to stave off the away team and defend home court in this last quarter.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at SESNsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network. bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Final quarter starting now. From the corner, that goes, cashed in for the Reinhardt Eagles. A 3-ball opens it up with a 10-point game in quarter 4. And obviously the big score was wrong. It's off by a couple points. It's 52-42. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. That was a welcome sight for Reinhardt, seeing Grant be able to shake off those last few misses and knock one down.
McCutcheon short. Here's a welcome sight for the Royals. Can she outrun Van Dyke? Good little flick across. It's short, and the Eagles somehow get it back.
And those are the plays that may not have anything on the stat sheet, but they tell the story of a basketball team. Reinhardt getting back in transition.
Down low, Reinhardt off the mark. Rebounded, Van Dyke rolls off. Chloe can't get it back as this is kept alive somehow, and she fouled her a little harder than she meant to. Chloe was going for the ball, I think, and grabbed at the side of her head by accident.
Yeah, both Van Dykes had point-blank looks at the rim. They definitely would love to have those back.
Fighting her way to the corners, this is poked loose and rolls off. Last touched by Van Dyke.
Chloe Van Dyke, such a versatile defender for this Reinhardt basketball group. She routinely draws matchups against guards, also can slide down and defend bigs as well. Is among the conference leaders in both steals and blocks per game.
Floated on. Good pass across. Just a bit too strong as it pinballs down the baseline.
And these are the moments where we really see the Reinhardt Lady Eagles flex their muscles defensively. When the game gets tight, they just sort of reach a different level on that side of the ball.
All the way out front to McCutcheons. 3-ball uncorked from the straightaway, and she finds the bottom of the net for a trio.
And that is what it's been for her throughout this recent hot streak, really throughout this entire season, but especially over these last 3 or so games.
Reinhardt fighting for possession. Van Dyke down the floor.
Wouldn't be surprised if she pulled another one.
Grant, she's already got 15.
She thought about it. She thought about it.
Heat check. Stolen from McCutcheons in the corner, and battling for the ball is Boykin. And a little extra as our official is going to bust this up. And she's going to hit her with a tech.
Now that was a textbook move there. Head coach of the Reinhardt football team, James Miller, always says they never catch the first person. They always catch the second one. Grant had a nice little extra on that jump ball. The Johnson player getting up and trying to retaliate. Second person always gets teched up.
Still waiting for these officials to sort it out. One thing I've been making a habit of recently is spending time with the officials before games. And that's a trick that I learned from Nia Leveretter. Nia played at Kentucky and Georgia and has been doing Presbyterian games with me. And so we'll spend, 2-3 minutes talking to the officials before the game, and they will always come to us and let us know what's going on. Now, they might not hear, but they do that when we are doing those broadcasts. Today, it's Danny Moore as the chief referee. He's the shorter one alongside Terry Tubbs. And the longest tenured umpire in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, David Gillum. Some real experience on the floor, but you saw Terry was all over that. And her and I spent about 3 minutes talking about how, first of all, nobody wants to make the wrong call and you're going to miss things. And just her experience in officiating and why she enjoys it. So really good crew here, and they're going to try to get this call right. And obviously, whoever gets the short end of the stick, they're going to think it's wrong and be upset.
Yeah, that's always how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
A thankless job is officiating, especially at this level. Now, sometimes they do get it wrong.
I mean, yeah, it's going to happen, just not on purpose.
Sometimes they do get it wrong.
I get things wrong all the time.
Hey, if you were a meteorologist this weekend, then
man, you could make a lot of money being wrong. You could make a lot of money being wrong. It's going to snow for sure, a lot. Trust me. Anyhow, send the check to my home address.
Nothing like getting paid for being wrong. So it does seem like they're going to stick with the original call.
Yeah, so Bolduc gets hit with a tech, Boykin gets hit with a tech, and Grant for Reinhardt gets hit with a tech. So 2 techs against the Royals, 1 against Reinhardt. First goes for Grant. So not only...
Oh, yeah.
You're good. So she came over and told us, see, I told you she'd do that. But the big thing there is we were speculating that she had missed the initial fouls. She got all 3. Think about that.
One of the best of the best.
Pretty good. I'm telling you, pretty good. Pretty good crew. On top of it tonight in Waleska, friendly, hardworking, and professional in the stripes. Down the baseline, off the window, couldn't get it. It's regathered down low by Megan. Through the front court, a lot of room, cuts it back on the wing. Stolen. Long ball down the floor to McCutcheons. Add 2 more to a commanding scoreline.
And Johnson's inability to cut into that deficit when Reinhardt was in their offensive rut has come back to bite them here in the 4th quarter.
They go down hard.
It appears they're calling that an offensive foul, and I'm not going to say anything disparaging about the officials because they were so gracious to give us clarification.
They're going to listen. They're going to hear it if you do. They're going to remember.
I'm just going to respectfully say that I disagree. Thought that Chloe Van Dyke got away from the defender with the Euro step and kind of clicked her arm a little bit. Either way, we play on.
Driving from the wing and couldn't connect in the corner. And so it's really becoming overwhelming for Johnson.
Yeah, Reinhardt's really turned it up to a different level. Johnson still scoreless here in the 4th quarter. Reinhardt in the midst of a 10-0 run.
From the straightaway, Franklin, and blown dead. Terry making the call.
And this game is getting chippy on both sides.
And we got another tech coming right away from David.
Yeah, I'm thinking we get a double tech here. Both teams getting very chippy. AAC play, a lot of familiarity on both sides. Right there, Tollett and Mondacia Smith both getting in each other's faces. Great on the officiating crew, though. They were right on top of it.
They were very much on top of it. Tony Campbell's not even sure what happened. I can see him asking, what happened, what happened? Mackenzie Franklin being a great teammate, pulled the Eagles out of there all by herself and pulled Johnson apart. Royals also do a great job of kind of stepping back. Don't want to be in on this. No hands-on. As we've got the call at the table delivered by Terry and David.
But how about the Reinhardt bench just adding fuel to the fire? They're pointing up at the scoreboard, really getting it to the head of those Johnson Royals.
And it's Emery Tollett who suffers the tech this time. First time we've seen her catch one. She's been a really important facilitator today. She's wearing number 32 in powder blue. 4 points. First foul of the game for her, but again, super, super important piece as far as flow of the ball and flow of the game for Johnson.
And that's what you need, but also on the flip side of that, you need someone to try to take the bull by the horns offensively when it comes to scoring the basketball. And that's really where you miss the presence of somebody like Jordan Heifner, who was someone that could fill it up for them offensively.
Reinhardt men's team and fans making a lot of noise down on that end of the floor as Tubbs is back at the table. You know, Royals fans, this Reinhardt team has won 9 games in a row. Tony Campbell is first class. He's as good as it gets. But I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, you weren't here for it, Lorenzo. I have no respect for more coaches, 2 programs that play than these 2 right here. I think the world of Brian LaHan and Tony Campbell. Johnson is going to be here. These 2 programs are going to continue to grow and feed off of one another, and this is a rivalry that's going to get more and more heated over the years.
Yeah, we did the game last year, and it went right down to the wire. They had a pair of games that went right down to the wire, actually. So even though this may not be the typical Johnson Royal team that we're accustomed to seeing, you know that they're going to give everything they have to go up against this Lady Eagle Ball Club. And if these 2 teams meet again in the conference tournament, sure to be fireworks on display in Kingsport, Tennessee.
So they give the tech to Smith as well for Reinhardt.
Yeah, that's probably the correct call.
Yeah, I agree.
The double tech in that situation, both players at fault. Just play on. Nothing to see here.
Only 6.5 minutes to escape this one.
Now, if you're Reinhardt, you don't want to allow the extracurricular activity to overshadow the way that you've been playing in this game. You've built a 17-point lead.
Oh, boy, and it might right here. Olivia Bulldog all alone down the floor. Hello and goodbye, number 12 in powder blue.
Yeah, the fun and games was cool, but now it's time to try to refocus and finish off the win. I'm sure that that's the message Coach Campbell is giving to his team.
Way outside, Reinhardt. After the Bulldog layup and headed the other way, Johnson takes over with the ball.
So that's now 2 consecutive empty possessions offensively. If Johnson gets something to go, wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Campbell want to have a deeper chat with his group.
There's Olivia again off the window. She gets back-to-back buckets down inside.
Johnson, they've done just enough to hang around. The game seemed like it was on the verge of getting out of hand, but the Royals giving themselves a chance here with just around 5:30 left.
3-ball, pinballs off the heel of the iron. Van Dyke. I don't know how Smith got under that. McCutcheons, with a 13-point advantage, tries to make it 16. Van Dyke keeps it alive, but it's taken by the Royals of Johnson. A classic Georgia-Tennessee battle tonight from North Georgia. Olivia, oh, baby! She gets that to go from the next town over. Say hello to Cherokee County.
And usually when tensions and emotions run high, there's always one team that sort of uses that as fuel. It seems like it's been the Lady Royals coming out of that.
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
Just under 5 minutes to play in North Georgia between the Eagles of Reinhardt Royals of Johnson. Been a really fun one between these two. Ten-point game. We were talking about when the best time is to take timeouts during the break. This is Van Dyke going to work down low and fouled. He'll take that all night.
Yeah, and more on that conversation that we had. We spoke about the best time to call timeouts. And I say that the best time to call a timeout is not when your team has given up 15 points in a row or when things seem to be spiraling out of control. Having a 10-point lead, went from 17 down to 10. Coach Campbell wisely calling timeout. A few empty possessions in a row. How about we try to run some sort of offensive set and get the ball in the hands of one of our best players? And right on cue, Lana Van Dyke getting it on the post-up.
This rattles off. We're going to head the other way quickly.
Yeah, Reinhardt in the midst of that offensive rep that we spoke about. And here's Johnson now trying to cut it into single digits.
They're going to have to do well at the line the rest of this game if they want to come back. It's inside of 5 minutes. It's going to be tough to do that. And they've been decent at the line today. They've shot 83% at the charity stripe. Reinhardt has struggled, less than 60% at the line. They're shooting 37% from the floor. And Johnson, as always, one of the most efficient in the AAC. They've shot 42% from the floor in this game.
And those missed free throws can really be a difference maker, especially if Johnson converts on their opportunities.
Kept alive, back and forth. Flipped way over the top across to McCutcheons. Van Dyke goes inside to who else? Chloe. Elena and Chloe make a great tandem. We get the call. So she's headed to the line. The five on the floor right now for the Royals are Cooper, Bulldog, Megan, Tillette, and Shemaya Francis. For Reinhardt, it's McCutcheons, Smith, Grant, Van Dyke, and of course, Van Dyke. This goes. Long ball, just short. Reinhardt pulls it down. Eagles headed the other way with pace. Pitched forward to Smith. She'll fight her way through into the lane and gets it to go. A little kiss off of the backboard.
And just what the doctor ordered for the Eagles.
Royals to the back door, now flicked outside. Didn't want to take the risky shot. That's a good decision, trailing by a dozen with 3.5 to play. Reinhardt, they can't ease up here. Johnson will come back from this deficit. They're so good. Reinhardt knows they have to keep their foot on the gas against Lahan and his Royals. Smith fights her way through and just rolls that over the front.
And LaDacia Smith, a very versatile offensive player for this unit. She's listed at guard, but she's very effective in that mid-post area.
Scrambling for the ball and a timeout on the floor. Reinhardt, unbelievable. They just continue to make big plays as we have a player slow to rise, and hopefully she's all right. Smith may be a bit shaken up. She went down hard, and Tony Campbell has to come out and get her.
covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at SESNsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Back in North Georgia, 2.5 to play as it's sent to the corner, and the 3-ball goes to the Royals. Boykin knocks it down.
The long ball is keeping Johnson in the game. Every time Reinhardt seems to pull away, the long-range shots fall for the Royals.
Boykin's got 13 points as Franklin steps out. That was close.
It was close.
That was close.
Sometimes the spatial awareness may not always be there. It could be hard to tell on those long rebounds.
We're ready to go. Down the floor, quick connection, Emery. She'll find the lane, doesn't like the look initially, and tries it off the window, but it's a little strong as Franklin tears it away on the baseline.
Now, the Royals have had success running their offensive sets and pulling up from long range. At this point in the game, trailing by 11, you would expect them to really lean on that long ball in order to get themselves back into it.
Rattled all around and wouldn't go as it's pulled in by Smith. He'll run the floor. Smith unable to hold on to it as Bulldog tipped it away on purpose. He's going to come from right in front of us. Smith will be the one to inbound in the face of Emery. Driving, tried to fire, and couldn't get it. Flicked forward, Bolduc. Wing ball is just wide. Regathered by Megan, the forward. Wing to straightaway, Emery again, 90 seconds to play. To cut the lead, and she does. 55 on the board as it's a 9-point game. And now it's an emergency for the Royals. They're going to need quite the run to get out ahead.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Tollett. Unfortunately for her and the Lady Royals, just one step inside the arc. Now desperation time. Reinhardt struggled at the free throw line, so maybe that gives the Lady Royals a chance to get back into it.
This goes. I mentioned a couple of times, Reinhardt has won 9 straight. Columbia, Commonwealth Bulldogs, CIU, Point, North Georgia, Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, Columbia Koalas, Commonwealth again, Montreat Cavaliers, Truett McConnell, that was back on the 21st. Now out ahead late against the Royals and looking to make it 10 games straight. We'll see if they're able to do it or not.
And at this point in the year, every win's so important. They're jockeying for position, getting prepared for the AAC tournament. Reinhardt, 1 loss, joined by Milligan, who also has a loss, and the only team to beat Reinhardt at this point this year in conference play, the Bryan College Lions, also 1 loss. So a 3-way tie atop the AAC. Every win so critical trying to get that #1 seed.
Do you know
the automatic berth.
Do you know what Bryan College is named after?
No, I'm not. Lay it on me.
Have you ever heard of William J. Bryan?
I have not.
William J. Bryan sued the federal government for teaching evolution in public school way back in the day in the early 1900s, and he was from Dayton, Tennessee. He was an attorney and politician. So William J. Bryan is Bryan College. Isn't that cool?
Really?
Yeah. Very, very strong religious foundation at Bryan. Inbounding feed from the baseline. She kicked it to the corner. A bit too much sauce, but the putback goes inside for Bolduc.
You said he sued because they were teaching evolution?
Correct.
That wouldn't be too out of place in today's time. That's all I'll say on that.
Taken down, and with a 9-point advantage, Bolduc catches the foul from Tubbs.
We could unpack it if you want.
That's a podcast. That could be a whole podcast. 39 seconds to play. 66-57 Reinhardt. I can take that another level. Do you know what Reinhardt University is named after?
It's a shame that I don't, and I went here for so long.
I know.
It's
Corporal
a shame.
Reinhardt fought in the Civil War and thought there needed to be a better place to get an education just outside of Atlanta, bought the land, and started the university himself because he was so passionate about educating his community and his people.
Well, that's truly an American hero for you right there.
Looking back at the schedule of the Royals, we'll send you to a look at the side-by-side stats of these teams while we overview the schedule. The Royals have been kind of pinballed back and forth. They opened with a couple of losses, and they played a beast of a schedule. I mean, look at the opening of the year for them. Bethel, Campbellsville in Kentucky, Cumberland in Tennessee, Georgia Gwinnett, Lipscomb, the Division I school, TMU, Pikeville, Columbia. I mean, that's just the opener of their schedule. So they played Lipscomb, Alabama, Huntsville. I would say Georgia Gwinnett is a beast of a team to play. Cumberland, the Phoenix is a beast. Campbellsville, Bethel, obviously. Then you get to your regular season, and this is no slouch. You take a break in December to play Young Harris College. You get all the way through. Now you're here, knee-deep in conference play. You're banged up. You're missing 4 of your 8 top players in minutes on the roster, and you're just trying to fist fight your way through what's already a tough schedule, missing players. And that's kind of how Johnson has gotten to this point. This is a much better team than their record reflects, and I would argue even than this performance tonight. I think they've just kind of been off, even with unusual players in the rotation.
And last season, they were one of the best teams in the conference. They came into this very building and stunned Reinhardt with a come-from-behind victory. They went on a 13-0 run to secure it. So we know that this is a team that has the potential to be among the best of the best in the AAC. But also a credit to them and their coaching staff. They're still hanging around really in that middle of the pack, that 4, 5, 6 area in the conference. So if they can get some help going into February, they're still going to be a force to be reckoned with in the conference tournament.
Yeah, and a very winnable second half of their conference schedule. They've got Commonwealth Bulldogs, Bryan Lions, maybe not so winnable. Truett McConnell, Columbia Koalas, and that's off the mark. Milligan, Spartanburg Methodist, and Brenau. Coming up for Reinhardt, CIU, SMU, Bryan, Georgia Gwinnett, Pikeville, Milligan, Brenau, and Bluefield to wrap up their 2025-2026 regular season. So both are definitely going to make the AAC tournament make some noise. The question is just how will the regular season end? How will they seed, and how much noise can they make in Kingsport this year?
And Reinhardt solidifying that 3-way tie with this victory. It's going to be Reinhardt, Milligan, and Bryan atop the AAC, all at 12-1. Reinhardt's going to get another crack at Bryan in early February, February 7th, at home. And then they go on the road at Milligan February 16th. So the Eagles are going to have a chance to get that #1 seed. They control their own destiny, and they're playing their best basketball as the calendar gets ready to roll into February.
Royals, a dozen seconds to go. She'll fire the 3 from the wing, and it's short as Reinhardt pulls it down. And they can just kill the clock with 5 to play. 3 on the clock, 2. And the Reinhardt Eagles put together a 72-57 win at home.
And that's an impressive win. That's an impressive win for Reinhardt. At this point of the year, it's about surviving and advancing. Conference games are always the hardest to win because teams know each other, coaching staffs know each other. There are no surprises. Nice job of the Eagles being able to take care of business.
Well, an impressive win overall. It felt like Reinhardt could do no wrong, and they stayed strong and kept their foot on the gas down the back stretch of this one. What would be your closing thoughts on these two teams, what to expect of them going forward?
The Lady Eagles showing why they are among the best in this conference. Johnson, a very valiant effort. They fought hard the whole way. The Eagles, we know what they're about. We've seen it all year. But like I said before, if the Royals can get some of their players back towards the end of this season, they're going to be a team to watch out for in Kingsport.
That's a really good thought. Like, what could they bring off the bench? What could they provide as far as a challenge towards the end of the year? It very well could be stronger than what we saw tonight and have seen throughout conference play. Your final score, 72-57 for Lorenzo Robinson, the Johnson Royals, and Reinhardt Eagles. I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Waleska, Georgia, where the Reinhardt Eagles put together a thrilling win. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's game will be archived and available for replay inside of the app and platform where you viewed it. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network.
Some might ask, what's the hurry? But if it's the difference between getting McDonald's breakfast and settling for a Big Mac, well, run like the wind. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's like